You look good.
You look good.
Shut up.
Okay.
I'll fucking kiss you.
On the mouth?
Fully on the mouth, dude. I don't do anything half-assed.
You do it quarter-assed?
No. So my dad actually told me when I was a little kid, that was like one of the things my dad used to always fucking say was don't ever half-ass anything, whole-ass one thing at a time.
Yeah. I like
just
that.
all ass.
All the ass, all the time.
Yeah. All ass.
Sounds like my life.
All ass.
All the ass, all the time.
Hyde doesn't do OnlyFans. Hyde does only ass. Or all the ass.
Yeah, I don't know about only ass.
Maybe not only ass. Just all the ass.
This could be taken in so many different wrong ways. Like in the ass.
Yeah. You got to be careful.
You got to.
It's uncomfortable.
I wouldn't know, but tell us about
I've had enough prostate exams in my life. I know that if you don't prep, that shit's going to be rough.
Yeah. Quite literally. Jesus. Well, now that we got what we came here to talk about out of the way.
What a fucking start, huh?
Yeah, that's what we came here to talk about, so that's fun.
Yeah. This is all about all about butts. All about butts.
Yeah, this is Welcome to Our Podcast, all about butts with Hyde and Satanus, with Bokuwahyde and Vamp Boy.
Yeah. Bokuwahyde and Vamp Boy.
Dude,
Tune in next week where our fearless duo tackles the conversation of coitus.
Eat my cloaca, Jerry.
Eat my cloaca, Jerry.
Oh, boy. That was fun.
Fucking disgusting.
Well, thanks for tuning in, guys.
Yeah. And that about wraps it up for us.
That's a wrap. That's what we came here to talk about.
Perfect.
Spend more time getting ready than actually recording.
I know, right?
Yep.
No, it happens.
Yeah, it does happen. Or you can have the days where I spend like an hour getting ready and then don't end up doing anything with it.
Yeah.
That happens.
Well, that's kind of like what happened when we went out to Santa Cruz. We spent 2 hours in the car driving out there, did a live stream, and filmed.
I like the way you
TikToks
pronounce that.
What?
Santa Cruz.
Santa Cruz.
It's like that's what happened when we went out to Santa Cruz.
Santa Cruz.
Yeah.
Leave me alone.
Yeah, you got like a little you're like cruising with the cruise, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, like around here we're just like around here we're just like, oh, it's Santa Cruz.
Santa Cruz.
Yeah, it's Santa Cruz. It's like not even Santa Cruz. It's just Santa Cruz.
Sorry.
You know, but you're like Santa Cruz.
Santa Cruz. No, but that's basically what happened when we went out there. We spent 2 hours in the fucking car. I purposely tried not to say it.
I know.
We went out there to Santa Cruz.
Mm-hmm.
Spent like 2 hours in the car, 4 hours total, and we were only there for like 45 minutes.
We spent more time in the parking lot of the Hilton than.
Oh yeah. So on our way back, we decided we were gonna stop at a restaurant and get some food before we headed all the way back to Modesto, which was another 2 hour drive. And we stopped, or I put into the GPS. It was supposed to be like this steakhouse. Had really good ratings, and then we drove up there, and it was in the lobby of a Hilton.
Yeah, we drove up there in the hoopty.
My Lamborghini.
Yes.
Yeah, my Lamborghini's not a hoopty. It's just missing the front end.
Just missing the front bumper. It's got a knock on the the little man on the inside's knocking on the door.
Yeah, a little gremlin.
Yeah. The windshield's cracked.
The windshield is cracked.
We're pulling up to like a 5-star hotel for like dinner and in a bucket.
It's like a scene out of Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah. Pulled up in a 5-gallon paint bucket with wheels. Yeah, it's not that bad. I'm just giving.
Oh, it's pretty rough.
Okay, well he said it.
It drives though.
It does.
It drives. It gets me where I need to go, and it's gonna hang in there. It's gonna hang in there until I.
What do you think the people inside were thinking? Like if they would have seen.
Like watching us drive up, they're like, they got lost.
They got lost.
They're not supposed to be here.
Hi, we're looking for.
No, you're not.
The steak. Yeah, you're not looking for that. This is not the steakhouse you were looking for.
No.
I had to pull out a nerd reference for you.
Yeah. Get this riffraff out of here.
These are not the droids you were looking for.
I had to teach Hyde some Star Wars.
Bro, you didn't teach me some Star Wars. You went through like the entire like history of Star Wars.
No, it was not the entire history of Star Wars. It was the history between Boba Fett and Jango Fett. Not the entire history of Star Wars.
Obi-Wan was brought up.
Yeah, because he was.
And the clones were brought up.
Okay.
And Yoda was brought up, and the Old Republic was brought up, and
because they're the ones that ordered. They're the ones that ordered the clone army.
Jabba the Hutt was brought up.
Whatever, dude. Look, if I whole ass everything.
I'm like, just give me the short version of this. I don't understand what any of this means.
Watch the fucking movies.
Well, see, I've done that once.
Only once? Those are rookie numbers, dude.
I think like the original 3, the first 3 episodes.
The original trilogy.
Yeah. I think I might have seen that like 2 or 3 times. Maybe.
Okay.
Maximum of 3 times. And then the first 3.
Episodes 1, 2, and 3.
Yes.
The prequels.
Yes. I'm pretty sure I've seen each one of those once. Except for Phantom Menace. I've seen that one definitely a couple times because Darth Maul. Actually, I mean, Darth Maul was sick.
Darth Maul was sick.
But
he got the short end of the stick,
but
though.
Qui-Gon.
Pretty fucking hard.
Qui-Gon.
What about Qui-Gon?
Epic.
Dude got roasted.
Yeah, but he's still like, he was like, that was like the ultimate Jedi.
Qui-Gon Jinn?
Yeah, man.
Come on.
He was like the best one.
Somebody doesn't. Now I know you don't read the lore.
Read what? Who's reading anything?
There's like books and backstory.
Oh, and you read these books too.
I know how to read, Hyde.
I'm
an educated vampire.
I know how to read when there's pictures, but still, like,
I know how to read when there's like 1 or 2 sentences on a picture.
Yeah, 1 or 2 pictures on a sentence.
Yeah.
So you mean to tell me that you've read Star Wars books as well as? I didn't know there was a Star Wars book.
Yeah, there's backstory. There's also animated
how much of this
TV
is like
shows.
real though? Like
it's
like,
all well, not all of it, but
like canon.
Yeah, very very good majority of it is considered canon. What?
How much of it's canon since Disney?
They're talking about decanonizing
everything from Disney's.
Yes, because it is garbage.
Yeah,
it is garbage.
Now, what has been done since Disney? Mandalorian.
But
what about
Boba
movies?
Fett.
What about movies?
Nothing.
So like,
there's the Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah.
On Disney Plus. There's Mandalorian on Disney Plus, and Obi-Wan on Disney.
I kind of want to watch that one.
I haven't seen Obi-Wan yet.
I kind of want to watch that.
I've heard really good things, but I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah.
But
okay, so what about the Star Wars movie where I thought it was like not a part of the main thing, but it takes place going into the original first movie. Rebel something, or what was that one? Come on, nerd.
Come on, nerd. That was, oh my God. I know what you're talking about.
Let's see, Star Wars movies. It was like the last scene was the first scene.
The opening scene of episode 4.
Right. So there's Force Awakens. It wasn't that.
It wasn't Force Awakens.
It wasn't. I didn't like I didn't like the last 3 movies at all.
I'll explain why most people don't.
Well, I just didn't like the whole Kylo Jin or whatever.
Kylo Ren.
Yeah, that guy. I don't know. I didn't like that. It felt very like, oh, let's try to be Darth Vader, but not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's a lot more to it.
Well, I'm sure there is.
There's a lot more to it on why most people don't like those 3 movies.
Because they sucked?
They do suck, but not because the special effects or anything was fucking terrible. It wasn't a poorly made movie.
No, sure,
It was badly written.
But those were not Disney?
Those are Disney.
Oh, that's what I was asking. So 3 movies are Disney then?
Yes.
Oh, that's why they sucked. Sorry, Disney.
Yeah.
But also not.
Do better.
Yeah, do better. Do better, Disney.
A lot of people don't like those movies because of how poorly written they were.
Okay.
The characters themselves were poorly written. So part of the reason why the original 3 movies did so well is because there's a natural character progression in Luke Skywalker. You see him start out as a little dusty nothing on Tatooine. Okay. And then there's a progression. He goes through training, and then he becomes a Jedi, and then he becomes like the Jedi Master, basically.
Yeah.
And Rey in the Disney movies, the
Who's
Disney
Rey?
trilogy, the girl.
Like the Jedi girl?
Yeah.
Okay.
Rey didn't have that.
Okay.
You see Rey on Tatooine as like the dusty little nobody.
Yeah.
And then as soon as she gets her hands on a lightsaber, she has force powers and she's able to go toe to toe with Kylo Ren,
Right off
who's
the bat.
a trained Sith.
Right.
You know,
Right. Okay.
so everybody's kind of just like sitting back and they're like, why is she out of nowhere just so powerful and knows how to do all of this stuff?
Yeah. Okay. So real quick, this thing that I just pulled up right here says this is the order in which you should watch Star Wars to understand it.
Is it called the Machete Order?
I have no idea. God, you're such a nerd. Okay. So this one starts off. I'm just going to read you the ones that it says to start with. So it says very first, start with episode 1, The Phantom Menace.
Yes.
Okay. Then you go to Star Wars episode 2, Attack of the Clones. Then you go to Star Wars, The Clone Wars, which is an animated
TV show.
Oh, it's a TV show.
It's an animated TV series.
Okay. Then you go to Star Wars episode 3, Revenge of the Sith.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go to Solo, A Star Wars Story. Have you seen that one? Okay.
That's the story. That's Han Solo's origin story.
Sure, I figured that much. Then you go from there to Obi-Wan Kenobi,
The TV show.
the TV show.
Okay.
And then you go to another animated show called Star Wars Rebels. Have you seen that? Geek. Then Rogue One. That's the one I was talking about. Rogue One, A Star Wars Story.
Yeah. Because they take place they tell backstory, basically.
Yeah, so this is going
Like
through like
context.
chronological order from like the beginning of time and space.
Hey.
Hey. Then it goes into A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi. Then it goes to The Mandalorian, The Book of Boba Fett, Force Awakens, Last Jedi, Rise of Skywalker.
Nice.
Is that the machete?
No.
Oh, okay.
The Machete Order is episodes 1 through 6.
Okay.
And it starts out with episode 4. And then when you learn about Anakin being Darth Vader, or you watch episodes 4 and 5, I believe, and when you find out that Anakin is Darth Vader, then you go back and you watch episodes, I think 1, 2, and 3. And so basically what it is it's treating, it puts like Vader's backstory in the middle of Luke's story.
Oh,
and it, like,
is this Eddie Vader?
Yes. Yeah. I was about to just.
I know.
What was the first band you ever played in? I've always wanted to know this stuff, but I never asked you because I just didn't care until now.
Okay. Well, the very first band I ever played in. Like, okay, so define the first band I ever played in. You mean like the first band I ever played in and like actually went out and played shows?
Okay,
Or,
I'm
like,
not
the
talking
first
about like
band
I'm not
that I
talking
ever-
like elementary school. You played the violin.
Okay.
Like
I didn't, by the way, but
oh,
but I wanted to.
That was just me.
Yeah. Did you play violin?
Yeah, dude.
Nerd.
And then I played the cello in junior high, and then
Cello.
cello. It's a bass.
Wow. Okay, so what do you mean? Like the first band that I actually like went and like played shows and like
The first band like you considered a band. You were like, dude, I'm in a fucking band.
Okay, so in high school we had a band
Okay.
called Niobium,
Uh-huh.
which we pulled off of the periodic table.
Okay.
I think it was like a metal or something like that.
You guys are so metal.
Dude, we were so metal, bro.
They were Niobe.
We were like pop punk.
Niobe.
Yeah, so we had a band called Niobium, and we played, like the town that we grew up in. We played like the Heritage Day or whatever it was called. You know what I mean?
It's like
City's
a little
Town Day. You know what I mean?
Day festival.
Yeah, and that's exactly what it was. It was like a long, all-day festival where like vendors and stuff like that and whatever. They'd pull out a big trailer. So that thing started off and we started playing, and then some group on like MySpace reached out to us and they were like, hey, we've got that name. You can't have it, yeah. So it became a thing and they threatened like lawsuit and all this stuff. And we were
because
like,
you guys were in high school, you're like,
yeah, we were 15 years old, 16 years old. You know what I mean? We're like,
I don't have money to do this.
Yeah, we got to change this. We're going to get sued, bro.
Instead of telling them to fuck off.
Right. So we ended up changing it. And I don't remember how the name came across, but we got a random name. And it was called Hixel, which was Hixyl, which is actually what this tattoo is. That was our very first logo.
You're so cool, dude.
I am very cool.
You're fucking edgy.
Dude, I've got so much edge.
Yeah, he's such a fucking edgelord.
Yeah.
It's been 3 days. He's about to explode.
I'm about to explode from edging.
So edgelord Hyde.
But that band was like fun for what it was, you know, being a high school band. Like we would go and we would play every week. We'd get paid to go play at this Mexican restaurant. They had like a stage off to the side.
And you guys were a metal band?
No, it was like pop punk, honestly. Okay. Yeah. And we would play
like pop. When you say pop punk, like what bands were you kind of like?
Honestly, I wouldn't even know. I honestly wouldn't even be able to tell you what band. There was no influence. I mean, every one of us had our own different influences. You know, obviously me at the time, I was really heavily into X Japan. That's when I first started finding out about like J-Rock and Visual K and all that stuff. Our drummer was super into like Blink-182. Like Travis Barker was his idol. Yeah. You know, then our bass player was super into like Christian rock. And then our other guitar player was really into like Mudvayne and stuff like that. So we had this like very like eclectic combination of different like very sounds and stuff like that. Noise. So we didn't really have, you know, we'd have like the guitar player would bring in some riffs that were very Mudvayne sounding. Yeah. Or what we thought at the time would be like that. But then you'd have like these pop punk Travis Barker beats and like and the music was
doing a little bit of everything.
Yeah, I mean we had a great time with it. We had fun. But at that time, it was really cool because, like I said, we were like the high school band. You know what I mean? Like in the morning, after the morning announcements and stuff like that, our music would come on.
Oh, that's cool.
You know what I mean? So we felt like little rock stars being.
You had a tiny little high school too, though, didn't you?
Yeah, there was like 3 people there.
he was homeschooled. Yeah.
Thanks, Mom.
Yeah. You guys are awesome.
So she's
she's putting your album on the loudspeaker. The loudspeaker is just a boombox she sets on the table.
It was just a Walkman with the headphones inside a cup, just to amplify it. Don't forget to get your lunch.
Yeah, I packed your lunch for you, honey.
So I mean that stuff was cool. And then the Mexican restaurant that we played at every week. I mean, for what it was, we packed that place out. I mean, there was probably 50 to 100 people there every week. You know, which was super cool. You know, all of our friends and family would come out and we'd play the same 7 songs every week. But
so is it all still floating around on MySpace somewhere?
Some of it is for sure. Yeah, some of it is for sure. Well, not MySpace, but I mean, there's some stuff on YouTube, I think. Facebook.
What was it called?
Not gonna find it. I know for sure I've still got some of that stuff like in my hard drives. Yeah, but I don't know what and where's.
I'm gonna have to hear it.
I'll show you. So as a matter of fact, I actually ended up getting. Do you remember? You know my friend Miguel Owls? He does he's got that
vocalist.
Yeah. So I
don't know him, but I've heard of him.
Yeah. So I actually re-recorded all the music on my own, like in 2014, and I had him come add vocals to it. And I'll show you the difference between what we recorded in like 2005
on fucking GarageBand.
No, we actually went to a producer. You know,
a producer.
Yeah, we went to a sound engineer.
That was literally just some neck bearded mouth breather dude. Who was
no, I mean
he was like, "Hey man, you give me $30, I got some microphones."
Right. No, he was super cool, dude. I mean, he was a really cool dude, and to this day, I still chat with him every once in a while. His name is Roger, and he just had like a very old school setup. He didn't have any like digital equipment. It was all analog. It was just like this big, and he was one of those producers or whatever that. Mm-hmm. You hit the record button and you're all playing. It wasn't like, hey, let's break this down. You know what I mean? So it wasn't like who we go to now. It's like everything's broken down and re-recorded and re-recorded and re-recorded until it's perfect.
It was kind of like a one take.
Exactly. We were all in a room.
See, but that's cool though, because I feel like that gives a different energy to the music.
It does. It makes things more raw. But when you're 15 years old and you're not trained to a metronome and you're not... You know what I mean? You've got no click track. You've got nothing keeping you there.
No inner ears.
It's all just raw. Yeah. You know what I mean? So you'll hear it and you'll be like,
"That's metal, though."
Ooh, this is cringy.
That's metal.
Yeah. Well, we were a metal band.
Metal. So fucking metal.
So our full podcast will be available to our patrons only.
Yep.
But we will be picking out like a little segment for the rest of you guys every time that we do a podcast that will be available on YouTube. But if you guys want the actual full content, the behind the scenes, you guys want all that stuff, make sure to check out the Patreons.
Yeah, either Patreon. It does not matter which one you get in on. Both Patreons.
Both Patreons.
But yeah, we're gonna do some fun shit. We're just getting this started, so it's going to be kind of a raw experience for you guys to tag along with us. It'll be a lot of fun. You guys will get to see it grow as we develop it, and the set is going to change and get perfected.
What's the podcast called?
Ooh, I don't know.
All the ass.
All the ass.
All the ass. No, we don't have a name yet. We're just kind of running with it. But we'll definitely keep you guys posted. People have been asking me to do a podcast for the last year and a half anyways. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you've gotten much. I
did a podcast. I've actually done 2 different podcasts. One was like we would have conspiracy theorists come on the podcast, and they would like explain to us what their theory was, and then we would get an opportunity to ask them questions and like go through kind of their like logic, like how they got to that point and what they actually believe. We had one dude come on and talk about how all of the birds in the United States are androids.
Oh,
how the government uses birds to spy on people, and how.
So none of the birds are Apple; they're all Android.
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense.
You fucking nerd, dude.
That makes sense. You gotta have a product that actually works.
Yeah. Right.
So get your Android birds.
Yeah.
But yeah. So we were talking about music. Well, do you want to talk a little bit about yours or not really? Okay.
No.
All right.
That's a touchy subject. I don't like it.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. So what about your second band?
My what?
Your second band.
My second band? That's No Silence.
Yeah.
I'm all the talent. I do everything.
You do. Except
guitar.
Sing, play.
Except sing,
perform,
guitar.
write, record.
I do all of it except for all of the musical stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So he's the non-musical band member.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
How are you, like, in all seriousness, how are you enjoying what you've been part of so far? Like,
I like it.
What do you think of like what's going on?
I like it. For me, I don't know. It's more of like a fulfillment thing. I'm one of those people that I really enjoy doing stuff and having that, not necessarily instant gratification, but
Sure.
a situation where you put in hard work and you see the difference that it's making.
Yeah.
You know, so when I was in the military, that was one thing that I had a really fucking hard time with on like my second and third deployment. Well, even on my first deployment, but we would be going through getting missions and stuff, and we would be completing these missions, but nothing was ever changing. There was no progression, you know?
Yeah.
Like when special forces units like Navy SEALs and Delta Force and SF and stuff like that go out and they go on a mission,
Yeah.
those guys, they have like a specific thing that they're set out to do, a specific person to capture or to kill or whatever. And if that person dies or that person gets caught, there's an instant change in the dynamic of the enemy.
Sure.
You know? And when I'm doing shit with you guys, there's an instant change in how everything plays out. Like if I were to just sit back and not do anything, you guys have to handle all of the stuff on the stage. You guys are like running around doing all this other stuff instead of focusing on getting mentally prepped and like thinking about
performing
the songs and performing and getting in the right headspace and stuff.
Well, I will say that it's definitely nice, you know, having somebody who can manage that stuff in a proper way. You know what I mean? Because everybody wants to help. You know, hey, bro, let me help you. What do you need from me? Yeah. Nothing, because you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, but it sometimes makes a bigger mess and makes things harder.
Oh, yeah.
You know, because there's people that are like, okay, well, I'm here to help, but I actually don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So, which we've had that happen more than one time. But, you know, with you, now that I've showed you, hey, like, this is the way that I like my stuff set up. It's really simple, but you know it and you got it down.
Yeah.
It makes it easier for me to focus on, hey, these people are trying to get pictures. These people are trying to get their boobies signed. These people are trying to get this and that done. I mean, realistically, it is what it is, like, right? I mean, you saw that shit happen. Like, these people are trying to get this stuff done with us, and if we're like, oh, no, we got to go do this, and we got to spend 15 minutes getting everything unwrapped, recorded, you know, it just makes things a little bit more stressful and a little less fun. But, I mean, it takes you all of, what, 10 minutes to get everything I mean, not even.
Aside from Abel and Tristan's stuff, because it's all drums and shit,
Yeah.
He's very particular, and I haven't got him to like. I'm breaking him down. I'm getting into that point where he's like, okay, you can touch my shit.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. What about with Abel? Yeah.
Abel still will try to do it himself.
Gotcha.
He's like, I'll just do it. I'll just do it.
Yeah.
And it's not that he's like,
don't touch my stuff.
Right. He's just like, I'll help you out. I'll just do it.
Yeah.
And I don't know if maybe he's just like, he's a super sweet dude. I love him to death. I think it's maybe he has like a little bit of social anxiety, and as long as he's messing with that stuff, people aren't talking to him. He doesn't have to like.
He's definitely not as like, I guess just social.
Yeah,
but he's not social either.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well,
but he's definitely a little bit more uncomfortable than say like me or you know.
Well, you're a fucking social butterfly out there.
Or Brian. You know. Yeah. So
like Abel still tries to like do shit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, just give me your stuff.
Meanwhile, I take full advantage of it. I'm like, all right, see you guys. I'm gonna go sign some titties.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, here.
Yeah.
We still need
throw me my pen.
Yeah, we still need to do that TikTok. By the way,
I know. Don't say anything yet.
Yeah, I'm not gonna tell you guys what it is, but it's gonna be a good one.
It's a pretty good.
It's gonna be a good one.
It's a pretty good TikTok. So,
you look like you'd bully me, but also bake me cookies on a bad day.
He would. He's done that to me. He's actually bullied me and baked me cookies at the same time. Speaking of which, we need cookies. So I'm going to need you to bake some cookies.
I have to bake you cookies?
Yeah.
First of all.
But you got to wear like...
Only an apron.
Just an apron.
Yeah.
But it's like a plastic apron.
Like a see-through one? Or
yeah,
like,
it's
or like
basically
a morgue,
just saran wrap.
Or like a mortuary apron.
No, just like a see-through one.
All right. Well, you're going to be disappointed with what you see. It's going to be a whole lot of dingle and not a whole lot of dangle.
Just baking cookies with a Q-tip hanging between your legs.
Yeah. It'll be upsetting, dude. It'll be really upsetting. I don't think you're ready for that.
Speaking of music and Q-tips and dangling and Tommy Lee.
Dude. Have you got... Oh, man, dude. I can't believe that shit fucking happened.
I didn't see it.
I heard about it.
Yeah, I mean,
I heard about it, but obviously I didn't see his fucking...
I saw some picture of him on like Facebook or something, and I'm sure that's what it was talking about, but I didn't read it.
Yeah.
Kind of assumed it had something to do just with the fact that they're on tour right now, and I don't know. I didn't even look into it, didn't read it, and then you said that, and I was like,